Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Celine, sharing my passion in life and art in this channel. If you have been following me in my previous videos, you will know that one of my passion in life is food. So today in this video, I'm going to share with you the top 20 delicious food and the unique restaurants that I have tasted during my 6-day trips to Athens, which including breakfast, brunch, dinner, and street food, and the unique desserts. And I'm also including the Google Map links in the description and the area of each restaurant. So let's get started with the breakfast. This breakfast place is very close to where we lived at that time. They have wide choice of bakeries like croissant, pies, and a lot of them are freshly made and it's homemade. One thing I like about this place is the location where we can just sit into the tiny store and watching the people pass by in the morning. The next breakfast place is at Macriani Zone. It's called Meno Athens. This restaurant, they serve American style breakfast. And one thing I like about this restaurant is the beautiful sunlight that fills the interior space. Having the sunlight in the morning, it cheers up my mood. And during this trip, every morning we use the breakfast time to plan out our day with our own pace. This is another unique cafe within the same area. It calls Little Tree Books and Coffee. Here they serve the coffee in a very unique way, which it comes with a cookie and a few peppers. This local book cafe giving me a very good vibe to enjoy my breakfast with the music. And also you will see the cats and dogs owners spending breakfast time together with their pets in the outdoor seating area. And another unique thing about the buildings here is the underground. The toilet in this cafe is built in the underground. I have to carefully make my way down and find this cozy corner in this tiny little room. And of course, I won't be surprised to find my favorite book, Le Petit Prince, in the Greek language. All these books are available for sale. You can either choose to read in the cafes or buy them home if you can understand this ancient language. And I have a souvenir when it comes to payment. A beautiful bookmark is attached to the receipt. Let's come back to Kokaki for the brunch. I'm not sure this is exactly how it sounds, but I've included the names in the description and also the labels of all the restaurants I included in this video. So if you're Greek, please let me know if I pronounce it correctly. The placemats on the table is actually the coloring sheets. We didn't know until we see there's color pencil provided on other tables. So if you come to visit this restaurant, don't forget to have some fun with your friends and family while waiting for the food to arrive. If you have seen my previous video where I arrived in Athens for the first day, this is actually the first meal we have in Athens. I have no idea what I could expect for the meal other than taking sandwiches and kebab wraps. I also tried something locals like this seafood soup, and they are surprisingly good. This is one of the local cafes that I really like, but I could no longer find out the location. So if you've been into this place, please share it in the comments below. In this restaurant, I get to try the Greek iced coffee, which they call Falirou. Thank you so much. According to the waiter, this is the beverage for the summertime. It's a little bit hard for me to imagine and feel it because I just came from somewhere really hot to here, which is around 15 Celsius degree. And I guess a lot of customers here visited this cafe regularly. Other than the Falirou coffee, I find it's unique to see the local workers taking their coffee break. They seem very familiar with the menus and also chatting with the staff here like an old friend. And obviously we're the only tourists here. That's why it's a little bit challenging for us to order the food from the Greek menu. And we needed one of the staff to translate us in English. For the lunch, we come to Damakupa. This restaurant is very close to Acropolis. We came to have the late lunch after half day visiting Acropolis. This area is very cozy, so despite it's cold outside, we choose to sit outside to feel the ambient. And now we come to visit this area called Monastiraki. We came to this restaurant called Theta. This area is closer to the Adrian's Library, one of the famous archaeological sites. Because of that, this area feels a bit more like a touristic place. Usually, me personally wouldn't expect a good price or good food in the touristic area, but this restaurant surprised us. As you can see, the cheese risotto looks so tasty. And how tasty? I guess you have to come to this restaurant and try it out yourself. I believe we have tasted the most authentic Greek dinner in this restaurant called Dio Dekares Oka. It was our first dinner after arriving in Athens, so in this restaurant we asked the owner to recommend us something based on the ingredients we know. At the end of the meal, the owner brings something to our table. While we're still trying to figure out what is this dish, the restaurant owner told us this is the authentic Greek yogurt with honey as dessert. And it was her treat for us. In this restaurant called Opos Palia, they made very nice fried calamari and octopus in vinegar. With the geographic location of this country, we're not surprised to have some seafood. From the city center of Athens to the beach called Edam, we took for about 15 minutes walk from Edam Beach to this restaurant called Deniz Mezi. Here we're given a knife with unlimited lemons to add into our meals or seafood and our drinks. I think the lemon it just enhanced the freshness of the best ingredients they have. The calamari, or we can call that squid, they were so nice and we almost take it every night. Other than restaurants, we are also curious to check out the grocery stores. And of course, we're amazed by the giant octopus, the fresh cheese, which are so expensive and so rare that we can find in Asia. And the cheese here, you can order to the size you want and they just cut freshly. It is my first time to see how cheese can be sold in such way, because in Asia we can only get the cheese in a standard packaging. In the grocery store here, they can help us to remove the hardened sides of the cheese with the special knife and vacuum pack them. With all the varieties of cheese that we can find in the grocery stores, we're eager to try everything, but we're lost. So after my friend got a slice of cheese, I choose a special edition of Coca-Cola. When I visited the bakery store, I wasn't expect to see some Turkish dessert. And even just the cinnamon sticks, they have plenty of flavors and they looked so tasty. So we got a few. Then sit down on the outside of the bakery store and you guess how it is. Few days after arriving in this city, I kinda miss I'm actually quite surprised. The staff here, they are not just Chinese, but they also speak a very fluent and authentic Chinese. And I can tell they enjoy their work.
Thank you so much.
Here we have Hans and Gretel. And this candy store just reminded me of Wonderland. From donut to gelato, candies and chocolate, I'm also getting something for myself, which is the cinnamon bread. This candy house filled with colors, and in the inside, they have the dream house that I used to have when I was a child, and now I get to experience it. In Mona Lisa La Tulier is where I get to see the chocolate waterfall in real. So if you're in Athens and want to see this with your own eyes, you have to come here during the weekends. I came another time when it's less crowded during the weekday. They actually didn't activate the machine. And with the temperature in Athens during February, this waterfall became a chocolate wall. Here I tried the Belgian waffle, which I can choose my own toppings, and the gelato. The first time I walked into this store during the weekend, it was super crowded. But during the weekday, it's totally empty and I was the only customer. Taking my time and enjoy my ice cream quietly, with a smile of Mona Lisa. The ice cream and the waffle look small on the size, but it took me a while to finish the whole thing. So it's actually more than just the ice cream and the waffle. It also comes with nuts and cookie and also a small cone of wafer. And I was really full after that. I'm not sure is it because I choose the double chocolate, but the gelato is so rich. I suggest if you would like to give it a try, bring your partners or friends so you won't get sugar overload. Next we come to bread factory, which look exactly like the name. So here they have all the desserts, bread, cookie, donuts, gelatos, anything that you can name it. We didn't get anything from the store, but just drop by here and walk around the store. The colorful desserts somehow just make me happy. And to be honest, I think this is the first time in my life to see so much dessert in one store. And finally, I find something that is quite similar to what we have in Asia. We call this 杂菜饭. In English would be economy rice or mixed rice. Finally, we come to the street food.
Is this donut?
Which I was surprised by this giant-sized donut. I wanted to try whether it is something different from what I know. Other than the size, the rest are just the same. Next, we have the €1 snack packs. These dry fruit and nuts are from the cart seller. Everything is well packed in a paper bag and sell it in €1. This yogurt ice cream store is a permanent store next to the street.
Thank you.
and we came to this open square called Monastiraki Square. And I find this thing is so unique, but I have no idea what it's selling. Here I got some good deals of fruits, especially strawberry. The quality is great and the price is slightly lower than the supermarket. And some new stalls coming during the night time. Lastly, if you love something to drink at night, this is the best place where you can have the good ambient that is closer to Acropolis. The street is so lively. And we went on to the rooftop where you can expect to see some night view of the Acropolis and also the street view. If you've been to any of these, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to share this video to your foodie friends and also like and subscribe to my channel. So that's all my sharing about the food in Athens that I've tried. I'll see you in the next video.